Hey guys, I will be reviewing Survivor Australia season, I believe we're at season 10, no, 9, season 9, episode 1. And yeah, I like this one because there's less of the whole wokeness of the original American Survivor. And yeah, it's a lot more competitive, and you have big, strong competitors going head to head. And there's none of this whole representation, all that nonsense. You're just competitive people playing a game, and yeah, I mean sometimes you get a little bit of that, but not as much as with the original Survivor. And you don't have a deflated Jeff Probst just sort of walking around asking people about their feelings all the time. It's yeah, I prefer it honestly to the original Survivor, but as a Survivor fan, I still watch the original. Okay, so we're gonna get into this one and see if we can introduce some of the people. We have here. We have the first pair right there. I think Jordy and Jesse. All right, let's see if I can get a good picture of them. Yeah, looks. I believe they're brothers. Okay. Hold on. Get them in front. Damn it. Just too many dramatic shots of them. I just want to get a good picture. All right. Looks like the best we're gonna get so far. All right. So Georgie, I believe Georgie and Jesse. I believe this one is the older one, and I think he's Georgie, and Jesse's the paler one over there, and I believe he's the little brother. In the first competition, because this season is called Blood versus Water, so it's basically relatives, loved ones, wives, husbands, pretty much going against each other because they're going to be separated in tribes. And these two were the first ones to compete against each other in the first, I think it was the reward competition. And Jordy over here, the older brother, they had to slide down a water slide, get to the bottom, race to get a little what do you call it, life preserver, and try to get it all the way to their tribe post. And he pretty much just carried his little brother all the way to the post while he held on to the ring. So it was he's looking pretty strong, and so far no one is targeting him. So Georgie, I believe. The other one, Jesse, he seems a little unsure of himself, so I'm not sure how well he's gonna do in this. Okay. The other two. Okay. Damn it, what is their name? What's the name? Ah, there we go. Sophie and Kate. We have these two, Sophie and Kate. I don't have much of an impression of these. They're sisters, I know, but I don't have much of an impression on them. But I believe in the first competition they had, I think this one is the older one. The one in the blonde over here is the older one. And the younger one, she pretty much carried her sister in the first competition as well, just like Georgie did with the other one. But in this case, it was the younger one carrying the older one. And I think it just came down to weight difference in this one, because I believe she's heavier than the other one. Who do we have next? Twin sisters. What are their names? Right. They're just like fast tracking through people at this point. Okay. The names didn't pop up. How do you expect me to remember these people if they're not gonna like at least show their names? All right, so you have here, I'll just show you their faces at least. So I don't remember their names. They're twin sisters, and I mean, you separate them on tribes. I don't see how you'd even matter which one is. Uh, so we'll probably figure out their names later. They haven't done anything so far that I would even remember them. Right, and I believe these two are. Damn it! Come on, they're just. Okay, let's see. Because I'm trying to like at least give a little introduction to the people, because I'm not going to remember their names. Okay. All right, we have these two. I can't remember their name, but I believe he's a rugby player. He's a professional rugby player, and she's his sister-in-law. Can't remember her name, but she was pretty. She was decent. She did decent in so far. She was one of the. I think she was the second person to find the clue to the first immunity idol in the game. The immunity idol was hidden at tribal council, and she was the second person to find the clue. And she found it, and she made it so obvious that people saw it right away. They didn't know what the clue was, but they knew she found something. He was literally quizzing her on the game, and she doesn't even know what tribal council is. I don't think she even watched the show, which makes no sense. If you're going to go and participate in a competition, why would you not even learn about what it's going to be? The only thing I know about her is she's a mom, and I believe all three of her kids are adopted. Yeah, and she's his sister-in-law, which I don't understand. Why are they close? Why would that even be well, it's whatever. But go. What are they? See, they're not even going to help me out. Like, how am I going to remember the names of these people? Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. Let's just skip to, oh, also this season, we have right here, we have Sandra from the original Survivor, now playing Australian Survivor. Oh, she's a two-time winner of Survivor, and it was mainly based off of scheming and social game. She's just terrible in competitions, and the only reason she can't win a third time is because she's just lazy, like just out of shape, never really trying to compete. It doesn't make any sense. Just all you have to do is be in a little bit of decent shape, because the way Survivor is designed now, you kind of have to win something in order to get to the end, because there's going to be a final showdown, and no one is going to take her to the end with them. So she would have to win in order to get herself into the end. So she can never win again because she doesn't want to compete. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me why she's doing that. Two-time winner. You could be three-time, but don't want to compete. But this time she's on Australian Survivor, and she's competing with her daughter. I believe her daughter's name is Nina. Okay. There we go. There you go. There's her daughter right there. Okay, let's see what the tribes are going to look like. There's a little picture of the first little reward competition they had. And this is a slide. You slide down here, and then you grab the ring that's going to be positioned in the water at the bottom and try to get it to, there's going to be 2 posts on the side of the slide, and each different color. One, I think one over here is blue and the one on the other side is red, and it kind of represents your tribe, and you just kind of have to get it to get the life preserver in hand and touch that post. So you can pretty much skip this position. Yeah, as the game goes on, I guess we're gonna learn these people's names because there's so many of them in the just in the first episode. Shay. 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 Okay. Okay. Oh, damn it. All right. We have this woman over here doing a handstand. That is Shay. And she was the first one to find the clue to the hidden immunity, the first hidden immunity that was on that was at tribal. I believe because both her and the other lady that found it, they're on the same tribe. So I believe what happened was there were 2 clues hidden on both tribes, but they only showed the ones that found it on the losing tribe, and they're both on the losing tribe for safety. Right. All right. Then we have right here, I believe that's the myself over here, right in the center. There we go. This is the blue tribe, the water tribe. That is Nina. I believe that's Sandra's daughter. This woman, I think Brianna, maybe, I don't remember. This guy over here, I can't remember his name, but I believe he's ex special forces and also a survival expert. This guy over here with the little green hat, I think that's Andy. He played Australian Survivor prior. He played before. He's a returning person. Don't remember this guy. And that's, I believe, this lady with the hat. I think that's Shay. And this guy, Alex, got injured. I think he pulled a back muscle or something before the competition even started. And this is the competition for safety. And okay, and this is the other woman that found the clue. So these two, they're like kind of looking at each other. They're the ones that found the clue to the first immunity. Okay, and I don't remember who this is or her. I believe this is one of the 2 sisters. I think she's the older one. I can't remember their names. And there's someone else. I think that's Jordy in the back there. It's Jordy because he wears overalls. So, okay. So there, sharing. See what the competition looks like. All right. This is what the first immunity challenge looks like. All right. They basically have to carry a battering ram up up the little ramp here, up the ramp, down the ramp, and then there's going to be doors here. And on the other side of the doors, they're supported by, this first door is supported by two wooden logs that's keeping the door locked. They have to use the battering ram to hit the door until the wooden ramps are broken so they can get through. I think this one has two wooden blocks, and then there's a second door after that one that has three wooden blocks. Okay, and then at the end of after they knock the both doors, then they go to a set of ladders. They have to set the wooden the ramp, the battering ram down, toss it over the stairs, and then climb up the battering ram. And I think climb up the battering ram, then go up the stairs, down on the other side, then off to a platform where they have to toss hammers off. They have to toss hammers at jugs held up by strings, and they have to break the jugs. And that's how they win. To win immunity for their team. Oh, let's see. All right, and here we have the blood or the red team right here. That's Sandra over there. I don't remember this guy's name, but I believe he's Shay's husband. I don't know who's back there. This guy, I think he's the cousin of the dude, Alex, that got injured. This woman, I believe, I think that's Andy, the guy in the green hat. I believe that's his sister. And that's Jesse, I think, right there, back there, pale blonde. None of them so far are very memorable because they won the first immunity challenge, so they didn't really get to do much strategizing and voting people out. Let's see what's the next one. Okay, and you can see there, this is why the blue team lost, because they couldn't get through the doors. It took them forever, while the red team already rushed all the way towards the end. They were still stuck on the doors, hitting them with the battering ram, because they had one person down, even though the teams evened out because they both had to sit out someone because someone was injured. The person that they had to sit out was a guy, and this was a very physical challenge and they need muscle. They had to sit out a guy because he was injured. The other team sat out, I believe, some lady, I can't remember her name, but they don't have the right amount of muscle. And this woman right here, the one that found the second clue to the hidden immunity idol, she severely out of shape, and she kept dropping the log and just not helping her team at all. It pretty much relies on momentum, and they have to keep swinging it back and forth to really build up enough force to knock this door open. But because she kept dropping it, they had to drop the log and pick it back up again and try to swing and then drop it. They have to keep doing that instead of building up momentum and keep swinging it back and forth. So their team was just kind of screwed because of that. Okay. There's a better picture of Andy. You can see Andy right there. Okay. So they go back to their tribe base after they lost the competition. And Andy right away, he's like, I don't want to say it, but this guy is injured. Alex is injured. We're going to have to keep our tribe strong. So he's already thinking about getting rid of him. And then I think some other people were thinking of getting rid of that lady that kept dropping the log. They're trying to get rid of her, which makes more sense to me because the guy that was injured, he pretty much got to sit out. So he no longer affected their game. It makes more sense to get rid of the lady that's not very physically fit and it's just going to cost them challenges because the other guy is a non-factor regardless of him being injured. But then I believe Nina, Sandra's daughter, she pretty much flipped the votes because she wanted to get rid of Andy because you can see right here, a picture of it right here. This is where she was sort of discussing it. She was talking about flipping the votes to that lady because she's weak. And Nina was thinking she doesn't trust Andy and she want to get rid of him. So she started talking to people and eventually got them to sort of vote her way. And they all just told Andy, you know, they're going to vote Alex like he plans, and he wasn't thinking much of it. Andy immediately, as soon as he got to his tribe, he immediately took charge of building the shelter, and a lot of people was gravitating towards him. So he got so comfortable, he stopped playing his social game. He stopped making alliances and he wasn't doing anything. He was way too comfortable in this game. And because of the way he played the game last time, he was very sneaky, and people that have seen him play before would know that. So they don't really trust him. You can see her name and all right, Nina right there. Yeah, but Andy just got comfortable. Just stopped playing the game. All right, there we go. Mark, that's the guy's name. The ex-special forces guy. He also played the game before. He's also played Survival before, Australian Survivor. I think it was like one of the earlier seasons. He came on as a survival expert. All right. So he has prior experience, and he was the first one that Nina talked to. And he was all on board to getting rid of Andy because he didn't really trust him. Right, so they get to tribal. We have two people. All right, give you a little picture there. That's the idol, and you see it is hidden on tribal at a little podium. So what they basically have to do is be bold and be the first one to grab it right in front of everyone. So they get there, they start talking, they're sitting there, and like immediately I think Shay bolted to get the idol, but the other lady somehow came out second, and she beat her to it because the idol was behind the podium, even though it looked like there was something in front of the podium. It was behind the podium. The lady, Shay ran out there first. The woman came behind her and just grabbed behind the podium, pulled the idol out, and she got it right in front of everyone. They get to voting, and this woman plays her idol for herself. She just this is her smugly getting up to go play the idol, which makes no sense. She originally wanted the idol to protect Alex because she likes Alex. But she decided to play the idol for herself, even though everyone knew she had the idol, and now they're probably not going to be voting for her. There was no votes cast her away, and she played the idol for herself. Useless waste of an idol. This is why you need to watch the game before you start playing it. It makes no sense to just bumble around. She plays the idol for herself, got to voting, and I think Alex received 2 votes. Brianna, I believe, is this woman, received 1 vote. And in the end, I think Andy received like 4 votes. And he was the first one to go. There he is, getting his torch snuffed out. First one voted out, Andy. All right, and that's it for episode 1. I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of the episodes are gonna go, but so far I'm excited. There seems to be a lot of strong players, and the game is just heating up right away in the first episode. So